Hello, hi everybody. Hold on. I just had breakfast. Busy getting the rest of this finished set up here. So hang tight for me. Just trying to make sure everything else is running. We look like we're in business. Get the music going here. How's everybody today? Yep. Looks like we're up and running. Okay, the last few things. Oh, right. Gotta do the last part stops here. You have to like tuck these away. Oh, there we go. That's the other thing I need to do. This, put this away, put all these things away so that they're not in the way of everybody else here. Yes, not bad. All right. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. Last night I did not get to do Once Human because it looks like the delay went down or looks like there's a delay in the opening, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm just waking up right now. Today is a work day, so unfortunately I won't be able to stream as long as I usually would because hey Dim, what's going on? Welcome back. How you doing? The wifey's at work. Got her settled and sent off to have a good time, so I hope you guys are doing good. Ooh, there is one thing I need to do. Did I put this already in the library? Ooh. So, where are we at right now? Helldivers 2, which we might end up vibing out with some Helldivers today. More so than like Warframe. Actually, yeah, Warframe, I tried doing a couple runs afterwards. Good, just got my first actual holiday day, not working. Oh, beautiful. Fantastic. That's great. I'm glad that you were able to finally relax. I know, if I remember correctly, you were traveling still for work. I think that's what I remember last time. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you came by on your day off to hang out. It really does mean a lot. And I don't know if you saw or anything yesterday. Yesterday was weird because, you know, you always get those random Twitch, I don't want to say they're bots, but Twitch people who are trying to market their artwork stuff. And it's not necessarily bad, but I feel like you need to be a part of the community before, at least from what I understand. So I'd imagine I would like to get to know you better before start passing out info and looking at business or anything. I'm not right now. This isn't like strictly business or anything like that. I'm just vibing. But anyways, enough about that. I've had some breakfast, had some steak, leftover stew, which is fantastic. Some chips, some Lay's chips, and my wife didn't want the rest of her boba yesterday, so decided to get that for a bit. For the Thai Water Festival? Oh, is it Thai New Year's already? When is Thai New Year's? trying to remember. Thailand tea. Oh, so the festival is scheduled from 11 to 15. That's tight. Oh, that's tight. That's gonna be dope. I wonder, is it really hot in Thailand right now? I'm curious. It's crazy how much I can just Google stuff and look for all that. 86, 99 still? Holy crap! 90, it's 96 degrees in Thailand right now. Holy crap! Not New Year's. It's a festival where they use some non-polluted water for a giant water fight in the city square. Oh. Isn't... maybe I'm just ignorant of it, but I first heard about it through Trash Taste. Called, I think it's called Songkran, right? I thought Songkran does include the water fight. Yeah, I'm basing everything I have right on Google right now. So yeah, I guess it's called Songkran, and it is part of the Thai. Oh, hold on, let me mute the ads real quick so I can at least get that out of the way. So let me see if I can pull this up real quick. But I just hide a little bit of that here. Let me see here. If I can fix this here and put out my water festival. Okay. Oh wait, that's not what I'm looking for. Is this one? Yep, that's the one. Oh, come on. Yep. Yep. Okay. Let's do this live. Switch this over. Yeah, there we go. The Thai Water Festival, Songkran. So, Songkran, April 13 this year. I think I saw it here for April 11 to 15, and they have it in Bangkok. But looks like they've officially started it for the 11th through 15th, which is tight. That would be really cool to go to Thailand during that time of year, but I'm sure since now it's more publicly aware, it's like probably the flights to get to Thailand must be insane. Oh, I should text my buddy. He lives out in Thailand right now, to film a bunch of Songkran videos and stuff during that time, because it's gonna be hot as hell. But I was just checking the weather in Thailand right now. From the looks of it, it looks like terrible. High 90s for the day, and then low 80s at night. Oh my god. That's such a I couldn't imagine. I wonder if Japan is similar as well, because I was watching Pete's stream. He's currently streaming right now in Japan. See, like, it's such a significant difference. It's like 60s, 50s, 60s. I'm sure, like, as not the strongest geography person in the room right now, I'm sure between Thailand maps. Oops, I should probably fix that a little bit. Yeah, I should probably have fixed that. I'll do that another time. All right. Let's go to maps for a second. What was I gonna check here? Give me a second here, guys. Hold on. I'll switch this for a second. I'm gonna be here for one more week, so I'll definitely catch at least the end of it, and being sprayed with water in midday heat will feel great. Oh, dude, that'll be fantastic. Oh, put this away for a second here. All right. Let me see. I want to go to. I would love to go during that time frame. It'd be freaking awesome. Let's see here. Thailand. Directions from Japan. Why not? Yeah, it's such a significant difference. I am not as educated when it comes to identifying places and such, so geography isn't my strongest suit, so let's see here. Let me pull this up again. Oh, well, the UK? I'm trying to think. I remember I was there in the UK in the summer, and that was a bit of a, I mean, it was cool. There was like one hot day, but the rest of it was like cold as hell. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say cold as hell, but it was like almost, I guess the best word is brisk, maybe. Cool. Yeah, so let me put live. So yeah, I was just looking through. So Japan and Thailand here. I was just trying to see the differences in weather. Obviously Japan is way colder right now because of how northern it is. Currently 60s, high of 66 on a Thursday, and I think right now it's currently like 50 or 60 going down to 52 tonight. But it's supposed to be nice and cool. But Thailand is crazy. I am from the Philippines too, so I'm assuming since these are both in the similar, you know, vein, essentially lines as Thailand, it's probably just as hot right now during that time frame. But yeah, if you're gonna be in Songkran for that, which is pretty badass, I'm sure a lot of people in, I guess, my generation, you could say, would love to be there right now. The UK, let's see what the UK is right now. UK weather. Pull this up real quick. Let's see. What's the UK's current weather? Where's Google? Where's Google's weather? Let's say England weather. I'm assuming you'll probably be in England. Ooh. I'm sorry, where are you based, Dim, if you don't mind me asking? I know that, you know, you obviously go to different places for work, but in terms of like where are you based? You don't have to like tell me the exact location. You can just say like a general country, like UK, or if you're like in the US or something like that. Got a peach tea going on right now. It's interesting. Just this to hide stuff, huh? So you don't have a proper home, but my folk are in North America. Oh, okay. So you're American. Nice. Let's see if I can do it. Gotta do some adjustments here. Remove that. Actually, I don't even know what these are. Remove that. This work? Yep. Okay, that's fine. All right, so that should not have as much to deal with. That's better. Half American, half Japanese. Yo, tight. That's tight. Shout out to the Hafu, man. I know it's my wife's half, so that's all I'll say, because she doesn't like me to discussing too many personal stuff. Do you speak Japanese yourself too? Let's pull up. Yes. I'll be honest. Watching Pete's stream like reminded me of how great, like how much of a fun time I had in Japan when I look at this stuff. A bit. I was raised in the US, but every year I make sure to see my grandparents in Japan. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you do that every year. I'm glad you have, you know, your grandparents around still. Personally, I would try to make excuses to try to go there anytime to Japan. I had my first trip last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year. It was for my the wifey and my honeymoon. Angel Rose, welcome. Have you ever played Hospital 666? I don't think so. Is that on Steam? Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, this game. I think I remember this game. Wait, doesn't this have like the same vibe as like... Ah, it's like the what's that one game? The Shinkansen Zero? Is that what it's called? Or yeah, Shinkansen Zero or something like that. Has that same kind of vibe. Is it made by the same people? Huh. I've stayed in one place for work, I think 1 year, and it was Russia before it went sideways. Ah. Oh man. I remember, what was it? I had a friend who I think she has a kid now, but I remember we went to school together and she's Russian. She was one of my classmates and we were hanging out and she was explaining to me like how nice Russia was, and I think it's she told me like everywhere else, like I think she stayed in, is it St. Petersburg? I think it's St. Petersburg. She said, like, if you're gonna go visit Russia, just go to, I think, St. Petersburg or... sorry, my stuff of Russia isn't that great. Russian cities. I'm trying to... I am so bad right now. Moscow. I think it's Moscow. Either Moscow or St. Petersburg. Sorry, I gotta put that mute on. Add. Get rid of that for a second. I think it's... Moscow and St. Petersburg were like the two places she said you can go to those two places and everywhere else is okay. But obviously I know St. Petersburg is like the one that everybody loves to go to for that castle, right? This iconic castle. I would love to travel there. Other than that, my trips last about 2 weeks or less, unless it is my yearly trip to Japan, which lasts about a month. Honestly, for what you do, I'm not entirely sure what you do. You don't have to explain it, but for a lot of people, I guess in my generation or whatnot, if they could do that, many people would love in America now to have that kind of job where you kind of hop back and forth. You almost kind of like nowadays, from what I understand, people who do a lot of work from home try to take advantage of that and work in different places around the world to essentially have their... I remember watching a documentary or some sort of news article about people working from like Puerto Rico, and they have a job, they have like a work from home job in like Ohio or something like that. And so they would just try to take advantage of living in different places for, you know, temporary parts at a time because the company was at the time flexible. I know nowadays, from, you know, listening to, you know, watching the news and hearing articles and stuff, they've been kind of shifting towards going away from that. They want people to come back into the office. So the fact that you, Dim, are still able to do that is amazing. I can obviously say that, you know, from an outsider looking in, but I'm sure it's not as glamorous as it seems, because I'm sure most of the time you're working out of a hotel using hotel Wi-Fi, possibly, or a portable internet with yourself that you probably have to pay for. St. Petersburg was a good hotel, but its people are stuck up and think they are high and mighty about how they are the #1 tourist spot at the time. Moscow is a lot better. Okay. That that's why does that not surprise me? That's kind of like how all of California is in probably New York in many ways. You can also say the same thing about like Texas or so. But I feel like in California, especially like people who live in LA or San Francisco are very stuck up. Especially the San Francisco peeps can be super stuck up at times. I go there and I'm just like, why does like I still remember distinctly when I think I was like this was in the 90s too, when I was a kid and my family had a family trip to San Francisco. I remember distinctly. I don't know. I think I was like a teenager, maybe preteen at the time. San Francisco. Maybe I was a kid. I don't remember. My memory's blurring a lot. But what happened was we went to, I think it was like a hot dog stand or something. And I remember my parents, or I wanted a water. I just wanted a cup of water to drink or something, you know, kind of, because I was thirsty. I went there and I asked the guy, I said, hey, could I have a cup of water? And this is like a young kid me at the time. I remember seeing, like, you know, most places that you go to, they would, you know, give you a cup of water. Usually it's free. First time I was in San Francisco, I remember, or when I was in San Francisco, I remember that was the first time someone had ever said, oh, by the way, the water is a quarter. I'm sure it's like up. I think it's like $1 now for like a cup of water. And I was like, what? And it shocked me that I had to pay for a quarter for a cup of water. My work doesn't demand much travel, but for about a year and a half, it's been nonstop moving. It's fun apart from the time I need a plane, which sucks as I get altitude sick. Oh, I get altitude sick easy. Oh, okay, yeah. Altitude sickness really does suck. I do get that occasionally when I travel. Um, I'm assuming have you tried some over-the-counter meds or like those patches for like seasickness? Sometimes those help. That would be my advice, or depending on whatever. I don't know if you fly economy or if with your kind of business you get away with business class, but I'm sure most of the time, if I could get away with a business class flight, I've never been able to. Most of the time I'll just pass out on a flight, but I know that that's not always an option, whether it be a short flight or a long flight. I've always taken economy class, so I never know what that's like. Music back. All right. But yeah, that would be awesome. There's parts of my brain that says, "Oh, I should, you know, find a job where I travel for work," and I think about that. But many people who have said who travel for work, it's not as glamorous as it seems. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I kind of understand it, and I wonder if it would be almost worse, like working and like I would say it probably might be a little bit worse, but it's hard to say, because I would say like if you do clock out at like supposedly 5 o'clock and then go out and do stuff, you can't go out as much as you'd think. Some people, they really want to go really, really hard, like, you know, out drinking, bar, meet up with people, you know, party like it's 1999 kind of thing. But to do that for work, I'm sure there's a level that you have to be under control and be like, okay, can't do that unless I have work the next day. I've tried, but I have now given up flights, so I have the last 2 flights back to the UK, and those are my last flights ever. From then on, I will get a boat or train. Oh, okay. Well, boat. Interesting. I'm curious because it's like let's say if you do, I'm assuming you're still taking flights if you have to do like a big intercontinental flight or something, or what's the word I'm thinking of, or big international flight. So if it's like if you're going from the UK to like Thailand or Japan, I'm sure you have to take a flight. That really does suck. But I can understand taking trains. I took the Shinkansen when I was in Japan for like the first time as a part of a tourist thing, and the fact that it felt very smooth, but it kind of felt like a flight without actually the flight kind of feeling was kind of nice. I wish the US was more efficient in that regard, because honestly, a train in the US is just a slower flight in comparison. Like, and also granted, the US is also way more massive than Japan is, but yeah. Oh yeah. Oh totally, I totally understand that. Driving or yeah, driving or taking a train from one place, from especially with the UK, with the way Europe is set up, it's in there's a part of my brain that makes me like super jealous about that. Like, let me pull up Google Maps again here. Hang on. I should probably figure that one out here in a second. Hang tight. Google Maps. Europe. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I gotta fix that at some point. Hold on. I'm gonna do some tweaks here. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that right in front of the mic. I'm still getting used to this very sensitive mic, so it took me a while just to figure out how to do that, so bear with me. Let's see here. What control is this? There should be like a source control here. Source visibility. Here we go. I'm gonna call this website and live. What is this? No, you're fine. You're fine. Honestly, it's great. I'm learning by doing this. It's great. Don't worry about it, Dim. You're fine. I am an amateur. I mean, maybe not, but in comparison to a lot of other people who've been streaming, you know, at least 5+ years, it's only been what, year, I wouldn't even say this is year 1 yet, or year 0. I am a person who's trying to figure out how to consistently stream with the way my job works. Doesn't make it very easy for me, but I do want to find a way to make it more viable, or at least easier. Let me see if this is the one I'm looking for. I think this should be it. Website control. Website on. Okay, I think this should be it. Let's see. Yep, that's the one I'm looking for. Beautiful. Awesome. So now that's in my arsenal. Let me copy this. I don't know if I need to put that here. Actually, probably put
Looking for some fun? Let's
just like this. Gotta mute that. Gotta copy that. Put this here. Perfect. All right. I'm figuring things out. There's a lot of things I'm learning here as I am the most. If you were to ask the wifey, I am the most disorganized person ever. Yeah, yeah, basically. She'll look at probably my setup and be like, "Why is it organized like this?" Oh wait, hold on. It's cold. Why is it like that? V. See, base. I'll put this as vertical. There we go. Better. That's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna move you here and you here. All right, that works. Wait, why? Is that what? Is that what that button was before? I don't even know what that one was. Toggle mute Spotify desktop. Oh, is that what that was? Oh shoot. Okay, so wait, if I do this right now. Oh, I am so disorganized. It's so bad. Okay, let me delete that. Yeah. Let me delete this. Yes, delete that. Copy that. Source control. Paste. This is so disorganized. I'm so bad. Oh boy. Mics. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So everything's flickered. Everything's done. It is what that is. But yeah, no, going back. Let's see. Like, my geography is terrible. I should probably play GeoGuessr at some point, and I will lose like terribly. That'll probably help me with my my little maps or something when it comes to figuring shit out. But anyway, my friend is way better at geography than I am, and not by much. But yeah, from France to Germany, you don't need a flight. You can take a train. I'm sure there's probably a train here. Hold on. I bet you if I put a train right now, hold on. Let's say France. Directions. Let's say. Oh shoots. Hold on. Let's see here. How am I gonna do that? France to Droz01, what's going on? Don't forget working, just stream 25 hours. Like do a subathon? I've thought about that at one point. I don't know if I have the energy to, but I have seen. I wonder how like Iron Mouse does it. I've seen how Iron Mouse does it. Some other people have done it. I don't think I have the energy to keep up with anybody like that yet. I'm not there yet. I do understand the feeling of trying to do everything like that. Oh dang, that's tight. What the hell? What is happening?
Wow, he's actually a much better dancer. He's much better.
Dang. Oh, dang. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Iron Mouse got that Latina buff in them. She got that Latina buff in there. Also, I know I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but I support them. So, if you guys are on Twitch or anything like that, show some love over to CDogVA and support the IDF over there. It may only mean much to the two of you that you guys are chilling in chat for, but if you guys can pop on Twitch ever for Iron Mouse and CDog and donate to the IDF, show some love over to them. It does mean a lot. And also, it doesn't mean that you just have to do monetary donation. You can also donate plasma as well. Geo would make a good stream or maybe a funny stream. Dude, if I would do, yeah, I'd totally be down to do a Geo stream, and I would probably get absolutely destroyed. because I, as an American, was in geography. I barely remember where the states are. Hold on. Let me type in United States here real quick. United States. Like, here it's insane. Like, I will be honest, I don't know my Midwest and like the flyover states that well, and I'm just like, this is terrible. Oh, hold on a second here. I'm gonna take this off for a second. I'll be able to see what I can do about this. Can I do it this way? Yeah, this would be better. Just do that real quick. Hold on. Sorry, just doing a couple of things here. What is... Here we go. Follow this one for a little bit. I think this will help me out a little bit. Alright, this should be better. Alright, cool. So yeah. Let's see, United States. Like, you were to ask me, because I live here in California here, right? I know Oregon and Washington very well. I'm familiar with Nevada. I end up in Las Vegas a lot. Utah, like Arizona, I'm familiar with, but after like Nevada, I don't know shit. I don't know my own country that well. I know Texas. I know where Texas is in the general part of it. I know where Florida is. But you ask me anything else in this area, I am screwed. I'm good with history, not geography. I wish I could do both, but in school I ignored my teacher and dropped geography. Geography wasn't that great, I'll be honest. If you get lost later in life, don't blame me. I mean, they also told us we would have to be able to do things without calculators when we got older, but then now we have cell phones with calculators, so who won there? You know? Oh gosh. Oh wait, why is this all... Let me lower this down just a tad there, and then put this one, tuck it in just a tad. There we go. Proper screen setup. But yeah, going through these areas, I have... Okay, I'll tell you where I have been. I've been to Las Vegas. I've been to... Not Salt Lake City. Is it... What is it called? Why am I blanking? I am blanking so hard right now. I've been to Reno. I've been to Las Vegas. Not Salt Lake City. Is it Lake Tahoe? I've been to Lake Tahoe, which I think is that still Nevada? Yeah, it's still Nevada. I have been to Texas. I've been to Houston. I've been to Austin, Texas. I've been to... Where is it called? I've been to San Antonio. I've been to Corpus Christi. I've been down to Mexico. That's a lot of fun. New York, I've been. Florida, I've only gone to Orlando just specifically for Disney World because my wife had never gone at the time. And so I wanted her to, at least, because she always wanted to go to Disney World. So I was like, yeah, let's go. So that would be great. You're a great person to talk to, but it is odd no one talks to you more in chat. I don't know. It is what it is. people, sometimes they come in just looking to just kind of find gameplay and stuff. Some, you know, I like to play, you know, games and stuff, and I try to respond when I can in between. It's tough as, I guess, a beginning streamer, because since no one really knows you, there's no incentive to really come in and chat with someone, like, out of the blue, typically. Ironically, if you watch someone like someone with like someone's status, like, let's say, oh shoot, Pete's stream, right? Premiere 2, it's hard to try to communicate with somebody who's on such a high level of that it's almost like you have to separate yourself to be able to have a proper conversation with them. And sure, it'd be really cool to get to that level one day. At the same time, I've also noticed like some of the lower mid-tier streamer, or I won't say mid-tier, they're just kind of like smaller streamers. Some of them, even if they're at like 100 viewers or something like that, and they only have a few people chatting, that's still tight, you know, like you can still, like, it's still a fairly tight-knit community. But yeah, that's usually what it is. I try to at least take some time to, you know, chat as much as I can. I used to know a different stream that I played with on stream sometimes, but he had less followers, like 50, but got talked to a lot more. Yeah, I think it's hard. And when I started doing this a while back, oh, let me mute that real quick. Sorry. When it came to streaming or stuff, right? And a lot of people, and this probably took a little bit of time for me to figure out as well, is when it comes to streaming and building communities and stuff like that, there's two ways you can go about it. And usually the first one most people tend to look into most is the subscriber or the follower count, which really, I will admit I was also in that category where it's like, oh, my streams aren't doing that good or anything like that, right? But I think what helped me personally was like listening to someone like Pirate Software, Thor from Pirate Software. Let me see, youtube.com. Let's go to Thor. And I'm sure everybody else has talked about it before, but Thor had a great short that came out, and I think because of his wisdom, because he's been streaming for about like, what, 7 years now, but he didn't become Omega popular till like last year, basically. But he had a short, and I think it resonated really well with me, was essentially, don't look at the view counts, doesn't matter. And he kind of equated this to game development, or he's like, as long as you're focusing on the game or focusing on whatever project that you're doing, then it doesn't matter what's around you, then you just kind of focus on yourself. But he also mentioned that, like, it doesn't, he would rather have a small follower count that is more dedicated to, you know, keeping up with him, rather than a big follower count that has like only 2 people actively chatting. And that kind of resonated with me as I kind of thought about it. Because yeah, I would love for like a big community, but I also understand that as a bigger community grows, it gets harder and harder to keep up with certain people. And it can be very difficult to keep track of. And for me, I'm as disorganized as I am, it's already hard for me to try to keep consistent. Especially with something like streaming because I do not personally have a consistent schedule. But yeah. And also the reason why was because I felt like even when I streamed it, yeah, at least what I think is that what also got me back in was I do love posting content, but editing is probably one of my worst things. Like I would say worst things. It's like I'm the worst when it comes to editing, and I'm trying to be better at it, and I'm trying to find a way that I can edit or minimize the amount of editing that I had to do, especially when it came to this. This is kind of why I prefer streaming, because it's live, it's gonna be janky, but I don't have to edit anything, and I'm in front of all of you, so there's that. There's that. The other reason why I also started streaming, actually dual streaming now on YouTube and Twitch, was because of this, was Thor's little tidbit.
Go into your dashboard if you're a streamer and click on this and click on clips. When you get to this page, you're going to see all the clips that are made of your channel, right? Click on any of them and click on crop to portrait. It's literally a shorts creator, and you can change it to not have your channel name on it, or you can change it to full screen like this and just move the shit wherever you want. Yeah.
It's wild, right? Just with that alone, honestly, because I was trying to figure out how to stream like in vertical content too. I follow like Harris Heller and all this stuff, and I was just like, oh my god, this makes it so much easier. I don't have to download like an entire 6-hour stream just to edit my shit, or download clips and have to re-edit stuff, because it basically does it for me. I don't know, maybe because I'm lazy like that, but I'm just I do it because it's like I wish I had the time, but between trying to stream as often as I can and play the games that I want to play, and then working, taking care of husband duties and all that stuff, I'm just like, I can't sit down and edit personally. And I could try to hire an editor. I tried doing a Fiverr editor for a quick minute, and it felt, I'll be honest, it felt awkward, because, you know, one of the things I was reading or watching was like how to hire an editor, or who's a good editor and such. There's like a bunch of technical detail, but I think ultimately was the important part was knowing how, like, to try to find someone who kind of understands the content. And in order to do that, you kind of need to understand what you want out of your content first before you do anything else. And so when I look back at my video, or any video that I tried to make, it's like I don't have anything produced. I have like 3 videos on the YouTube channel, and those are just kind of, you know, at the time I was like, oh yeah, this is funny, and then I posted it. But then that's just like, I look back on it and it's like, this is rough. There's no real theme or anything like that, and I'm not the greatest editor at all. It's one of those things where you have an idea, but you don't know how to properly execute it at that time. So either way, that's a lot of like in-depth rambling as far as being, you know, going into streaming and stuff like that. But yeah, Thor, if anything, anyone can clip this if they want to. Thor was the reason why I got back into VTube streaming again. It took me a while to get back because I didn't know where to go and what to do, but I'm still on this process and figuring it out as I go. So yeah. But going back to all of it, whether I do get more people or not, it's gonna take me a minute. It's never gonna be a quick, you know, a quick what is it called? Get rich quick scheme, or whatever you want to call it. Some people think that it is, but it's not that simple. Like even with Thor, someone like Thor, it took him 7 years to get to where he's at. And that's with him still learning the ropes and figuring it out. I mean, Pete is like 40, right? And he did a lot of different stuff before that. I actually aspire more like Pete, because Pete's done so much prior to even getting into streaming. And it's insane what he's done before then. And I feel like that's like, I you know, beyond the struggles that he's done, it's really, really amazing that what he's been able to accomplish, even though he may not think about it like that. I don't make videos. I made a few, but I stopped as I want my channel to be streaming only. I don't stream a lot, but what I think, as long as I'm having fun, I can share that with others. Oh yeah, 100%. And that was the other thing too, is that, you know, when I first started, you know, everybody thought there was like some sort of algorithm to it, or like you had to play to the algorithm and all that jazz. And to an extent, there is some of that, right? But that's like, you're looking at such a short term, it's so short-sighted that by the time, but you won't ever get to the long game that actually where most people are. That you kind of get burnt out before that even happens. So if you stream what you want and you don't take it as seriously as you want, you know, then I think that's probably the best way you can maintain longevity. And there's also like that too. At first I used to put a lot of pressure on myself that like the stream had to be perfect. And this is coming from like an Asian kid who grew up knowing that every time I had to show up or talk to anybody, you have to be perfect, right? And I'm sure if there were more people in chat and others who've heard this, they're probably, or you know, Asians in chat, I'm sure you would understand. It would definitely feel like where, you know, the Asian parents are like, you need to be good at this and that, you know, right out of the gate, as soon as you're born. Wait, how did he circle that? What the fuck? Whoa, that's wild. How did he do that? I did not see that. Okay, that's tight. Watching other people having fun reminds me that life is ups and downs, but if I push that behind me, I can have fun too. Yeah, honestly, as I've gotten older, the more I realize it's like, if you have not like completely fucked yourself over and you're getting by and you're enjoying your life the way you want to, it's not going to be perfect, but hell, just enjoy and have a good time. Like I felt that a lot when I was in Japan. I was just like in the moment, embracing everything, and that's what I try to do, and balancing that between streaming and all that. It's a lot of fun. And also, as a little side thing, the reason I stream, or I like to stream, it's my my personal excuse to play video games. I've gotten to this point where I've gotten so serious with myself that I feel like, you know, being a husband now, it's just like I have to be constantly being efficient in some way to be effective and efficient for a thing, and I don't know how to relax. So streaming for me right now is a form of relaxation, and gives me the excuse that, hey, I am quote unquote being productive and playing games because I can push and build towards something that is also partially a dream of mine. So whether that's good or bad, I'll leave that up to you to decide, but that's just how I see it. And that's, I guess, the mental gymnastics I've built for myself around it. Oh, man. This tea tastes differently. Oh. It might not be a healthy way to live, but it's my way. I won't force my lifestyle on to others, but I will live my way and no one can take it away from me. Oh yeah, 100%. As long as you're not hurting other people and you're having a great time, then who's to say that you're not wrong? Like, just to say that you're wrong. There's like so many different ways to live your life. Like there are people like, okay, I clown on people a lot when it comes to like eating different kinds of foods and stuff. I have met a few people in my life who have solely eaten like chicken nuggets, French fries, corn dogs, and like pizza or something like that. They have like basically they have a very, very limited palate when it comes to trying foods, right? And they won't touch like Asian food. They won't touch fish. They won't touch like fish sticks even or anything like that. But and at first I used to, I would clown on them about them saying like, because it's very much against the opposite of what I believe of like trying everything at least once and then making a judgment call on it. That's my personal belief. But I think looking back now, it's just like, well, at first, I used to be really like gung-ho about like, let's try it and fix this up. So I think you're missing out on the point of all this. So I said, you know what, now if he's not hurting anybody, just let him live his life. He's fine. I'm sure people would look at me right now streaming and they say, oh, I could be doing XYZ for my life right now, and they'd be like, nah, that's not really what I want to do. I'm not hurting anybody. It could hurt myself in the process, but everything that you do, you can hurt yourself. Like if you go skateboarding, there is a chance that you can break your arm or injure yourself. But if you were having a good time, it doesn't hurt. People may look happy or sound happy, but you will never know truly, so I try my best to be nice to everyone I meet. If they're a jerk to me, I am a jerk to them. Yes. Yeah. Giving back what they give. So that's right. I would agree with that. If you're gonna be an asshole, I can be an asshole right back. Try not to. I try to at least diffuse it in some way or form, but it's weird. It's wild. It's I don't know. Some people just have a vendetta in their lives. Some people are very like crazy like that. I've met a lot of weird and crazy people. So as they say, treat people how they treat you. Exactly. Just like that. It's always fun to pop into the streams like this. I may stream at the weirdest times and not as consistent as many other people, but this is the time frames I am able to get to. And people say like, oh, you need to put a schedule out or all this and that. It's like, yeah, I try, but my life doesn't work like that, unfortunately. So yeah, I wish for everyone to be happy, but I know that that will never happen. But if I can stop someone feeling sad, I will try to stop that. That is a good mentality. It is. And I try to do the same too. When people feel sad, I try to do my best to either, empathize with them, help them along in some way, make them laugh, help them forget something. If my stream's able to do that for a few people, then I'm glad I'm able to do that. I think one thing I can say is that I know that there was a viewer from my very, very early days. I won't mention them, but they had, I don't know if it was true or not, they had some pretty severe I don't know if they had severe mental issues, but they were constantly starving for attention in my chat. They were there in the beginning, and then I remember seeing everything that they said, and a lot of the chatting at the time was just so focused around having everything focused around them. And although I'm very nice about it, I try to help them, be like, oh, how are you? It got very toxic to an extent that I felt really bad for that. And it's like, look, if you're going to be a part of this chat, not everything can revolve and cycle around you. So I ended up banning them at the time because it was giving off like a very negative vibe to the rest of the chat. I was like, look, you have to learn to, be nice and understand that the world doesn't revolve around you, and you can't expect much out of the world because life will be unfair, and that's the sad reality of it. It's like, regardless of where we are in life, there's always parts that are fair and unfair. The only thing you can do about it is just try to at least be nice and help when you can, or if you can in some way. And in that case, it's like I couldn't really help them being a streamer, and I told them, I was like, they were trying to use my stream as an outlet to do that, but it was just not helping everybody else. So I had to ban them, unfortunately. I hope they've been doing well since then. I think they popped in at one point and said they were doing better, but they kind of understood what that felt like. Olivia, hey, got this in my recommended and popped in to see what's up. Loving the comfy vibes. Hey, welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the comfy vibes. Sorry, the music's a little off at the moment. I'm currently on free Spotify. Let's put it that way. It's a free Spotify, so ads. So I've made it a way to mute ads. So or at least I try to remember to mute ads when I can. Right now, I don't know whether it's a good or bad thing that I'm streaming Pete's live stream right now. I'm essentially vicariously living through him in Japan, but I want to go back. if you couldn't tell, I want to say it's a way I live, but I have never always been happy with life. I was suffering with heartbreak, but I found that streamer I mentioned earlier. I never missed a stream. Oh yeah. And sometimes, yeah, they call it parasocial in some sense, but at the same time, it's kind of like a way to, I guess you could say, almost publicly hang out now. There's like VR chat, there is VR chat, and I've tried that a few times. It does feel a little still too socially awkward for me. Maybe I'm a little bit more old school in that regard. Also, yeah, someone made their recommendations. Nice work. Thanks. I have been trying to learn a little bit how all of this works, and the psychology and all the stuff, but I'm still an amateur ultimately. there's still like quite a few things I have to learn. But yeah, Olivia, I hope you're having a good day so far, and I hope you're enjoying the vibes. And sorry for, why is there wait, what is this? A Wapoco EX-LEL gas detector. Why am I getting that ad recommendation? What is, that's wild. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, I enjoy, I enjoy watching Pete streams because it just reminds me of the times I got to go to Japan. It was only 9 days. It was absolutely the best time I had, probably the most stressful because we were on a tour group, and it was like we were hopping from city to city, but it was like probably the most fun I had ever had, and I want to go back because we barely touched in on anything in Japan, and it was probably the most safest I had felt in a country. Even like in comparison to like the United States is still scary as shit at nighttime. But I walked around, I remember that first night the wifey and I walked around Japan, and it was insane. Cause it's like we landed at like I think 7 p.m. We got to our hotel, talked to the tour group leader to, and had our dinner. And then it was only like 10 p.m. I think at the time, and we went to we were staying at the Tokyo Prince Hotel. And I was like, oh my god. And it's just like, I can't believe we finally made it. And the food was fantastic too. And it was 10 p.m. We're jet lagged, still on a stay. We're trying to figure out what to do. Tokyo Tower was behind us. So we said, hey, let's leave the hotel. It's 10 p.m. Let's see what happens and see if we can go around, because they said it was safe. And I was like, okay, let's see how that goes. Yes, I can honestly say it was safe for the most part, just walking around that part and just going around our block just to get to Tokyo Tower. And I thought it was amazing. Anyway, after I felt a part of a community, he lost popularity. But I was there no matter what, and I reached out to get at some point, and we grew to be great friends. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's the thing with some of these careers, right? And Pete mentions this too, and I'm sure a lot of people do. These are very finite careers, right? And you don't know how fast this career is going to go. Like even now for me, right? My actual job that I actually do, I know I can continue working, but I know that there is a finite amount of time that I can handle it, because it can also be very physically taxing for me too. And so I know that while I'm still able to move, I need to, take full advantage of it. Just as much as like right now, the wifey and I, we don't have kids, and we will eventually, but I want to try to take as much advantage as I can doing whatever I can that's in front of me. So that's why I've been trying to become more gung-ho about streaming as often as I can, which I am still trying to figure out my schedule, but I think I'm gonna have to potentially move my stream setup away from from our office. It was the wife, when she normally works from home, but this week she's in the office, so I'm able to stream at this hour. But I love streaming at this hour because it does make me feel more regular. So it might have to be a sacrifice that I have to do and move my stream setup to another room. It won't be nice, but I think it'll be good, at least for the both of us. Obviously we're still in the same house, but there's something nice when you have that significant other next to you when you're working or relaxing nearby. Oh, muting. Gotta mute that real quick. But then he stopped due to stress placed on him by work. But I still hold hope 4 years later that he will start being a happy guy again. He may not stream, but if he's happy, I'm happy. Yeah, that's true. Even as you evolve in life, things that you first enjoyed may not be the same. You might not get the same enjoyment that you have later on. That's the same. I can say that's the same thing to be true here. Like, I enjoyed video games for a very long time, and then I kind of had a falling out with video games for a little bit because of work, also because I was one, because of work. Two, I was also doing a lot of wedding planning, so it was a lot of stressful times. And I was also spending a lot of time hanging out with the friends that, my lifelong friends. And so in doing so, I felt like I couldn't have time to be able to play games. And so that's kind of where I didn't necessarily dislike video games. It's just like I didn't feel like I had time anymore in between. So yeah, that's why I kind of ended up stopping doing that stuff. And then when I realized I could come back to it, and a part of it was like I realized how much of time I spent doom scrolling. I ended up being like, oh, I could do better. It's like, if I stop doom scrolling and put my time towards something else, I can do better. And since then, it's like, oh wow, look how much time I've managed to save. Hey, wanted to take a break from my college work and sketch your character, but can't seem to find a full body image. Is it on your socials? Um, actually, I don't. So my image. So I'm trying to think. Do I have a full body? So I have been slowly working on a little bit of some projects here. Let me see if I can find a PNG of my character doing something. Do I have? Oh, actually, the closest thing. Do I? Wait, hold on. Let me check. I think the closest thing I have to it. I used to stream Beat Saber. Okay, so this is something new I'm going to figure out. Okay, hang tight. I used to stream Beat Saber, and what I really like about working with 3D models is that I'm able to manipulate the body instead of having to redraw everything, right? Also, a lot of the software is free, so one of the things I did was, let me see if I can create a new source real quick here. Image random. Oh wait, no, that's not the, wait, did I create the random? Let me delete this. Remove, yes. Window capture, random. Let me make sure that this is appropriate, that I'm looking for the one that I use. Does this work? No, hold on. VTubing software I'm currently using is VCFace. And is the ads done? Oh yeah. The other part that I use to make my model is, what is it called? Dang it, I'm drawing a blank. It's called VRoid Studio. So VRoid Studio, I don't know how popular it is in terms of VTuber models per se. Beat Saber gameplay looks so based. Yeah, so I used to do that a while back, but because of the way the streams are set up, you know, and I like modded Beat Saber because I really enjoy the music there, but obviously, you know, in the stream I can't VOD it or anything like that, so it becomes copyright strike to hell, and I can't really do much about it. No, where is... Oh goodness, oh goodness. Can I just pull up... How do I just share this image? Hold on. I'm figuring this out, so bear with me, you guys. Delete that. Let's do it. I'll just do this. This is probably easier. Random. Hide that. It's in here. I try to be organized, but my wife's way more organized than I am. Pictures. Where's this thumbnail? There we go. Cool. Okay, so this is probably the closest I can without having to pull everything out. This was an old thumbnail I had made for an old stream I used to do. Hey Swamp, what's going on? Welcome back. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a pullover hoodie all the way down with like white sneakers and almost like plaid pants. I'll be honest. Wife, oh, I hope there will be children. Yes, one day. But right now, the wife and I are embracing our new married life, so. If it's VRoid Studio, you should have a full body, as it's the same I use when I shut half the body off out of the screen. Yeah, so I used it mainly because one, it was a free software. Two, I like to have it stick out more so for modeling and posing if I wanted to make thumbnails. I am not the best artist, nor do I have the money to commission for artists. So anything I have to create myself, right? So doing a 3D model, I think it's a lot easier for me to manipulate something like this and use free software to do that. And there's a lot of like free or even like cheap software to do this with. And so I really enjoy doing, I was like, oh my God, this is so much better to do. It's so much easier. Oh yeah, enjoy, Olivia. I hope you got a good screenshot of that. So, and this is like a very basic, simple model that I put together, honestly. When you make a character in Vroid, you should have a full body. Yeah, and half body I use full and shove half under the stream. I do that. I think that's what my current model is. Yeah, so technically my model is a full body model, but I have the other half kind of shoved underneath because I don't have any full body tracking at the moment. And I've essentially cropped most of that. And since I am using VCFace, which isn't like the most extensive software, but it is very nice and open source and free, it kind of does the work for me. So I thought about it. It's like, do I really need to put this much effort? But it's like, I really do enjoy what I've built up so far, having fun with this. So, all right. I hope you got that. I'm glad you got that, Olivia. Oh, yeah. Sure. Hold on. If you want, there's two softwares I would recommend if you want to do something like that. My personal favorite I like using. So there, let me see. It's been a minute since I've looked at it. I don't know how much they normally cost, but first one is, I think, let me go to their store page. Oh yeah, so the first one I would recommend if you're gonna do anything for free is to use 3Teen. Don't know if this can be pulled up like that, but let's see. I would highly recommend starting this, right? It's a very limiting, it's free, see, free, so that's beautiful, right? What people like to do is try to animate with it, which is not wrong. It is one way to use this, right? But what I like to do, and I think you can see it there, is you can essentially set it to a green screen or even like a PNG screen. You might have to navigate a little bit with it when it comes to the Japanese. I think there is English text if I remember correctly, but you can manipulate it to a point and you can adjust it so you can essentially use those poses as PNGs and put them into your thumbnails. So it's all about how you manipulate, the software. You sub to Dim? Nice. So this is the software I used. I think there is a picture of it there somewhere. Let me see if I can find what the original was. So, for example, I've done things where I used to play like Apex and I would just go in like Photoshop or was like MS Paint or something like that, where I would manipulate certain moves or something like that. And you can see here, I'll show you guys another funny one I started messing around with at one point here. Nope. Let me just change properties, change, like I did something like this, Like this was one I think I used 3teen at the time for. And so what I did was that essentially just manipulated the model, the 3D model, to do a pose, right? And then from there it's just like, okay, take some time to crop and edit it a little bit, and then I just found like a JPEG of Apex Legends, made some adjustments, and then I added the noob plays and all that stuff, and then made it blend, make it look good. I thought that was probably one of my favorite ones that I've done. I think some of my other favorites probably includes like when I used to stream Siege a lot. My personal favorite I had was let me see if I can find that one again. I'm just showing you guys my personal favorite thumbnails that I've made over the year, over the time. At this point. Let's see. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these are still up. I thought it said boob plays. I see so much potential in this. I could actually yes my job for something other than work. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's great. It's actually a lot of fun to do that. So there was this one I kind of manipulated too as well. It did take a little bit more time, that I'm more intensive than I am used to, but I thought this came out really good.
Stress, shame, embarrassment.
Because I don't think noob is really acknowledged as a word. N-O-O-B, noob. Assuming it's it auto-corrected it, possibly.
Find free mental health resources at up2sd.org.
I don't know. Actually, wait. Why did auto typo the word use?
And beyond Van Gogh, 2 incredible immersive experiences.
Huh.
Now open
Weird.
in the Wyoming
That was
Center
weird.
Del Mar Fairgrounds.
Oh, mute that. Mute that one for a little bit. But yeah, so it's just a couple of little bits of layering and stuff. It's not. I don't think it's that difficult. Maybe because I've been experimenting for so long that it may look like magic, but I have done this kind of stuff before. But then I just ended up settling on something simple, because what I ended up realizing was, when I look at a lot of people's streams or thumbnails, sometimes it's just like a little too much noise, if that's the best way I can describe it. That's why I kind of like the thumbnail that I have for my stream, because it's kind of straight to the point and very minimalistic. I tried using these kind of thumbnails before, but I think what I ended up realizing is just like there's so much noise there. There's so much. Dang. Pete's streaming for 8 hours, man. I streamed 6 yesterday and I felt pretty exhausted at the end of it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, whoa. Ironically, this is the longest I've streamed without having to start a video game right out of the gate, or start playing a video game. Oh my gosh, it's been years. If there's anybody who has followed me since the Siege days, that would be such a shock, because that was a long time ago. I streamed Siege for a while, and I did that as an excuse because I didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted to just stream it with my friends at the time, and man, those were some great and wild times. I haven't touched the game since then. I don't have the reaction speed as I used to anymore, so. But yeah, I've done streams like this before. I've done thumbnails like that and modeling like that before, so there is a lot of potential there with 3teen. So if you do plan on experimenting it with it dim, that'd be great to mess around with. Oh, is it still there? Actually, that's a very good question. Hold on. Are they? I don't remember if I streamed on YouTube at the time. And I'm pretty sure Twitch deleted a lot of the VODs back in the day. So let me check. Is it still there? Yeah. The Valorant streams for a while. Oh my god, I remember doing all this. Halo. So Valo. Dude, I was a Valo for a long time. Oh man. Faz. I did Faz for a bit. Yeah, I don't think it's here. Dang. I guess it kind of got tucked away somewhere, I guess. Yeah, I did a lot of Valo before that. Man, where are they? Is it still there? I don't know. Either way, they might have been deleted at this point. That's the problem is with that, right? Is that it's mainly reactionary content, right? So it's like you might get popular playing horror games. So obviously people are just waiting. Like if you're a fan of the horror game, right? It would mainly be like, okay, I want you to get scared at a certain point, right? It's like the Markiplier. It's like the Markiplier, the PewDiePie, those kind of content things. I think there was a good place and time for that. I'm personally not the type of person to really play that one as much. I think right now there's also like content warning right now, which my friends and I were playing earlier. I think, hold on, let me see if it is still active on my Twitch channel, because I know Twitch deletes a lot of like old content because it can't really keep up with it or like hold on to it. Also, you know, I also stream both here, so can I pull up my actual videos? Yeah, so here it is. Yeah, so it's all still here. Those are all my past broadcasts. Hey now, be nice, Swamp, all right? Let's in. Yeah, so a lot of the content looks like it's fallen off because when I streamed on Twitch before, Twitch removes VODs from what I remember because of how bloated it was. Oh wait, no, here we go. Here's some older clips. How old is this? 2 years ago, 6 years ago. Oh yeah, here we go. 6 years ago. So the clip is still here, but I don't think the VOD's still here. Let me check. Dig into my activity manager real quick. So hold on a second. Let me go to this real quick. Yeah, so it looks like the VODs themselves don't exist anymore. Because I don't know, and I don't know how Twitch is set up personally, but that's also partially why I think. Oh, do I have them on YouTube? I have to check. They might be on there somewhere. It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes it's nice to have that childlike joy of excitement. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you need that little bit of excitement. It really does. like mean a lot. Do I still have, like, I have some old lives. I don't know if those are still active here somewhere. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Valorant, Marbles, Halo. I don't see it here. Hey Swamp, be nice now. Alright. Be nice. Oh yeah, Cycle, I remember that game. Trek to Yomi, Cyberpunk, Elden Ring. Oh my god, I was streaming Elden Ring for a very long time. Lost Ark. So it looks like it might be buried here. PC repair. Ooh. Man, is that what my character used to look like? No. No. What is all this? Dude. Yeah, I don't think I have them anymore. Dude, it's a lot. It was great. I loved streaming it for a long time. It was, the worst part about it was that at the time YouTube, the way YouTube had set up the channel was that I wanted to keep streaming and showing off the VODs, but it just kept bloating up my videos feed for whatever reason. And so when you looked at my channel, all you just kept seeing was like the same thing over and over again. Yeah, I don't think I have it on here anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, I haven't touched Siege in a very long time, but I don't know if I would be able to handle that competitive edge again. Oh, it's one of those things where you have to like really keep track of it all when you're streaming, or like keep track of it all when you're playing, and keep up to date with everything that's happening in the game. Unfortunately, that's not the case for me anymore. I'm not able to sit down and watch the latest videos to keep up with any other content that's happening at the time. Wait, where's this? Oh, there's that. I was like, where did that went? Okay. Just making sure. Well, I will say this much. When the Elden Ring DLC does come out, I'm probably going to be streaming that when I get a chance to. I can at least say that much to be true. So, I'm excited for that. Yeah, if you guys also follow on Twitch as well, you guys can at least have more fun there with some of my emotes. I don't know. I think I still have emotes. I think I have the basic emotes or whatever, or you guys are able to use whatever emotes you guys use on Twitch, so that's also an option as well. Really? That dancing village kind of creeped me out. I'm not gonna lie. That village really creeped me out when I first got there. I was like, oh, this is awkward. The learning curve for R6 has dropped as Clash sucks now. Buck is banned from competitive play for some reason, and Mozzie became OP against any operator. Mozzie's OP now? Mozzie used to be a secondhand thought. Buck, I love Buck. I used to main him forever ago. And then Clash. Was Clash oh shoot, what did I press? Oh, okay, good. Music, good. Clash R6. Oops. Oh, her. I remember her. Yeah. Still, let's stay signed out for now. Yeah. I remember her. She used to be annoying when she first came out. Yeah, I used to be deep into Siege for a while, but I used to play ranked. I don't remember how high I got back in the day, but it kind of just fell off for me. I didn't really. I just stopped playing. Other games came out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna play something different now. And I think the only reason I kept on Siege was because, like, one, my friends played it a lot, so that's kind of why I kept it around. But then my friends started switching over to, like, other games like Phasmophobia or Valorant. That was the big one, was we all left Siege and switched over to Valorant for a while. Some people may say she's good, but with the ADS time, they ruined shield operators and made Kali useless. Oh. That's crazy. Yeah, I haven't kept up with the scene in so long. And I'm sure, like, there's people who still... I think I overheard there's, like, one streamer who's keeping the Siege community alive. Just by the way he streams it and the way he is. He's, like, good at the game, but also very entertaining. Man, Pete's streaming in like what? It's like what, 1 o'clock in the morning in the middle of Japan? Dude, I'd be terrified as fuck. I'd be terrified as hell if that's happened, you know? I would love, if I could feel that comfortable at night, I would. Siege isn't really much of a GTA clone. Personally. Oh no, you're a big fan of GTA clones. I see. Sorry, never mind. I misread that. Yeah, that's... I can't do that in America here. I can't do that. You go outside, I'm already terrified of getting jumped by somebody. Probably by a homeless person. I can't do that no more. You can't do that here in America. Also, Japan is so walkable. I was so enamored by it when I was there, and also frustrated because it was like the easiest way to get me to exercise. if that says anything. I walked well over like 10,000. Yeah, like walking around Japan. Like if you were in Tokyo, right? Like if you wanted to, let's say, leave your apartment or condo, walk to the train station, and then walk to a restaurant, you could do that a majority of the time, and you could get lost in it, and it would probably have gotten me. It has gotten me like a lot more exercise than me going to the gym, or me trying to go outside and touch grass or something like that. No animals to get you either, except maybe dogs. Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, if you're in the city, yeah. I'm sure if you were living a little bit more countryside, it'd be a little bit more wary of like wolves or stuff. Yeah, walkable. I think that's, yeah, is that a word? Walkability, walkable? Is walkable a word? Yeah, walkable. Capable of suitable for being walked. A very walkable city, a walkable distance. It is by Merriam-Webster, so it is an official word. Nah, as a short girl growing up in New Jersey and then going to Baltimore or NYC for college, you just need a strong resting bitch face and to know you're homeless. Oh. Really? Yeah, but I feel like you almost are constantly, it's like best way I can, I'm trying to figure out like the best way I can describe it. This feels like as if you were in like PvP. It's like you, the minute you walk out the door, right? It's like PvP. Like, you know, like probably if you walk down New York, he probably is just like, okay, it's like PvP left and right. He's like, get ready to fight like a homeless dude or some shit like that. Thailand cats are a part of the country culture and a law that survived from 1200. If a cat walks in front of you and stops, you must bow to it. Really? Is that a law? So if a cat's out, you have to bow in front of a cat? Oh, that's tight. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure, like, obviously they don't follow that all the way through, but I mean, that's kind of cool. Yeah, since I live in California, California isn't as, I would say, as walkable as like other places, or at least as entertainingly walkable, in my opinion. LA, oh, LA is just LA, you know. I live on like the outskirts of it, so I'm just like, just kind of being away from it. And I did San Francisco for a little bit. Yeah, cats must be living it good in Thailand. Oh, there's that, wasn't there a cat? There's a cat island in Japan too, as well. Cat Highway? No, Cat Island. There's an island in Japan. Cat Island, Japan. Yeah, Ao Island. Aoshima, a Japanese cat island. Oh. Really? The hotel you're staying at right now has 14 cats? Yeah, there's a whole island dedicated to cats. My wife wants to go here at some point. I'm gonna need like, because I'm allergic to cats, and I don't know if it's like there are certain kinds of cats or how long my exposure time it has to be, but like I start getting like a runny nose, my eyes start watering, I get like this really bad, like, I won't say it's like necessarily life-threatening reaction, but it's just like, oh man, like it's almost like a hives, not a hives, what's the word, like just like an allergy, right? I am allergic to cat dander or something like that. Yeah, you can see all the cats in Japan. There's more, I think they said that it's like there's more cats that live in the island than Japanese people. I don't know if it really is considered a tourist destination either, because I don't think there's a direct line to get there. That's an adorable cat right there. He got some food right there. Oh yeah. I think the problem is like if you want to live there, I'm trying to think. It's like, okay, let's say you want to make this into a tourist destination, right? There's a big problem with like trying to do construction and stuff without having the cats get in the way, and you don't want to hurt the environment that they've lived in. So I think a lot of people have just opted to just embrace it as their life and just live peacefully. I'm sure there's a lot of people. I wonder if there is, you can buy a house in Aoshima. Can you buy a house. This is for any other cat lovers right now. Oh wait, this is in 2022. Hold on. Boat hotel? I do feel bad as dogs in Thailand are often stray as owning one is considered bad. Really? Really? Dogs are considered bad luck? You feel cheated out of a comfy life. Oh, yeah, Swamp, if you wanted to. Yeah, probably a boathouse would be pretty tight because I think it is a fishing village. Yeah, genuinely, I'm curious how dogs are considered bad luck.
Spectrum One is a big deal.
Oh, let me get that ad real quick. Closer to Aoshima Station, another Ada Prefecture developer has plans for a housing subdivision on a 30 lot, driving the demand for housing in Aoshima's ideal surf conditions and SoCal vibe. Oh, so it has very much like Southern California vibes. Yo, let's go. Surfing enthusiasts unable to travel overseas for much of the pandemic, they've been looking closer to home. The laid-back lifestyle also lends itself to remote workers looking for a sea change. So interesting. I wonder if there is. I'm curious, just out of curiosity. Cat Island house. Wait, where is this? I don't think this is very Japanese. Hold on. No, this isn't the Bahamas. I was like, oh, this is the wrong cat island I'm looking for. No, I feel personally attacked, and I'm deathly allergic to dogs. Oh. In Vietnam, they make tasty ravioli. Yikes. Watch out there now, Swamp. Okay, I admit, I have tried, but it was only because it was, only because I didn't know about it, and I think my family was the one who just kind of like, here, try this food, you know, this meat. And then I found out later and I got really disgusted by it. But I was like, it's good, but it kind of felt bad. IDK, but I stroked one and my hand was covered in fleas in 1 second. I wish I could do something to help, but I don't have the money. Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. I mean, at this point, it's kind of like, the best thing you can do at this point is maybe make sure that they have water, considering it's hot in Thailand, and just make sure that there's like a bucket of water or some sort of place where they can get some fresh bottled water or something. Because I imagine, you know, obviously it's not easy to, you know, take care of all that. Is Pete still streaming? I'm still getting ads for him. I don't even know. Oh yeah, he is. Just checking. Yeah, sure. Cool. Yeah, whatever. He's doing the Rock's doing the Rock things. But yeah, I would say, yeah, don't really try petting. I mean, if you really wanted to. Well, if they are roaming, I would say, like, you know, if you have like a dog bowl or something, like a disposable plate or something. I almost say like a paper plate or a paper bowl. Pour some water for the dog if you're near them, and that would be my personal take. Whether that's considered littering or not, I don't know. I'll leave that for the others to figure out. I do feel personally sad that dogs are considered bad luck. Hold on, is that really true? I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna Google it. No, oh, not Japan, Thailand. Sorry. Oh. Hmm. Okay, so it's maybe specifically black dogs? That's what some people are mentioning? Uh, Solar dogs. Mostly a mix of people's pets and dogs. Ding dogs. So you think it's true? I said my resources aren't very reliable as for most from Bing. Yeah, I mean it's probably there probably is some form of stigma. I wouldn't deny that. There's probably is some from, and someone mentioned that it's black dog specifically. So I know even in the U.S. there is like a slight stigma towards like having like a black fur dog in general, just because they're harder to get adopted for whatever one reason or another. In the US I've seen, but I mean it's still kind of sad, and I can't really say that in that culture or in that sense it's wrong, because that would be from like a Western mindset imposing onto like an Eastern mindset. But it's like the same thing like when people say like, oh, they eat dogs or cats for food, right? It's different, and my take on it is much more different than a lot of people would probably would not agree with me in that. Yes, people do eat dogs and cats in other countries and other cultures, and I think it's wrong. You know, from a personal standpoint, I don't like the idea of it, but I should not stop another person's culture or tradition in that regard, at least specifically to animals, because if it is how, you know, prior to like the internet, prior to us even having international trade, that's how their lifestyle was. I can't necessarily knock them for that, because people grew up in that regard. People didn't have, not a lot of places did have cows or sheep or whatever back in the day to be able to afford, you know, those kind of meats and luxuries. So I can't really be mad about that kind of stuff. It's the same thing when you think about like, is it in India? If you in India you're not allowed to eat beef because the cow is considered sacred, and yet here we are, we eat cows all the time like it's nothing. So does India go, if India was like, let's say the stronger superpower, does India impose on to America, let's say if it was considered like a third world country, is that appropriate for India to impose that you are no longer allowed to eat cows because of our personal offense as a country to it, you know? Why are you eating cats, my guy, in Texas? Jesus. Bad joke. Okay. It's in bad taste. It's in bad taste. Okay, that was a bad joke from my part too as well, I'll admit. But yeah, maybe Aoshima Island, where the cats live, you could probably maybe you can buy a house there, and or get like what Swamp said, get a boathouse and live out there and go from there. Can you? What is this? Oh, looks like people are putting it up for Airbnbs. Oh, let's put this, a house for sale. Sale in Aoshima. Let's see if I can find it. Global listing. Oh, here we go. Shoot. So is that the name of Aoshima? Is that the name of the island or in Miyazaki? How do you get there? Ehime. So I guess there's not a specific way to own a house there. Not immediately that I can find. Did I? Are those still going? I think I posted a short a while back. I don't know. It should have been turned off. And I thought I stopped posting shorts for a little bit. Let me double check. I could be very wrong right now. Oh yeah, thank you for subscribing, Olivia. I gotta figure out how to put subscribers on here, on my notifications here. Let me check my studio real quick, because I think, did I release a video? Oh, I did. Wait, no, that was like 2 days ago. Yeah, I posted a short like 2 days ago. I think that one's still go live. Yeah. I think, yeah, I posted a short like probably about two days ago. Yeah. I'll be honest, those are even like super low effort Twitch clips, so I'm still learning as far as that goes. It's like very low effort, I'll be honest. Oh yeah, it looks like Pete stopped streaming and looks like he raided somebody else. Looks like Buff Pup. Family vlogging with Eye Candy, Rose Doodle, and Shibu. I'm not familiar with any of these people. I am familiar with Buff Pup because I do see her content essentially pop up on YouTube. I'm more familiar with like Zentreya, Bishoujo stuff, and all that stuff, so it'd be great to collab with them one day. Wow, I've been streaming for 2 hours? Has it really been 2 hours? Holy shit. HBO Max? Wait, what's going on with HBO Max? Wow. Jesus, Zentreya's models are insane. How do they even have like the hand tracking really well done? I don't know how the fuck they do that. Like the foot model looks really good. The tracking looks really good. It looks like it's more like 3D with a little bit of cell shading added in, but I don't know how. I don't know what technology they're using, but it's fucking amazing. It's awesome. I love the technology that they do behind it. I wish I knew. Obviously, it's probably underneath a bunch of NDA, but that's whatever. Anyway, what's going on with HBO Max? I don't really use it, so. Anyways, wait, how did you get in a cage? So apparently you can, you know how in Helldivers you can land like anywhere, and usually if it's like in an area that's you're not supposed to really access, it's supposed to break. It's supposed to like break down. But what happened in this case is that I guess I got through somehow, and problem is that the cage does still have its barriers, so you can still get inside, or you still can't get in and out. So I got stuck in there. I was like, I need to get out of there. It's a dumb side tangent, and I apologize in advance because it's a side tangent, and I believe it's not good stream etiquette to go off topic. Yeah, I mean, understandable. Not much is happening at the moment, but it's like, it is what it is. But it's because they do that thing where it's time for a certain they do that thing where when it's time for certain significant movies to get popular, they remove their availability. Hold on. So wait, when they get popular, it's their time to get taken down. The Grinch is getting popular. I see. Okay. I am at. Oh, I have. Okay. Streaming platforms are heading in the direction that TV is moving in, where now you're just getting a consolidation of a bunch of different things. And I'm not a big fan of it. I don't even like TV as much too. Like, I don't have cable at my house either. Hold on. I think they fixed that by making the HellPods push you away from terrain, right? Yes, you can. Yes, so technically you're supposed to be pushed away from certain terrains that doesn't get you instantly killed. But I don't think that necessarily applies to cages because it's still an enemy base that you can enter. Technically. Olivia, yes, I remember this specifically because the original SpongeBob SquarePants movie from 2004 gets popular in March. Friends and I were whining because it wasn't on Max. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, streaming platforms, they were good in the beginning because it was very specific and tailor-made to pay for exactly what you wanted to watch in a specific genre, right? But now we're getting to the point where certain platforms are now essentially acting like TV platforms, but in the internet age. And so you're essentially you're paying for cable now, but the problem is that there's more control from the producer now than there is, whatever it was for, before. Yeah, kind of like that. Like say for example, a new series of a show comes out, right? And you want to catch up on all the other stuff. Sometimes they'll actually remove the old content of a series before it goes in, and it kind of sucks. I don't like streaming platforms and has more. Like one, for example, like I watch a lot of anime. I used to really enjoy Crunchyroll, but seeing how Crunchyroll's practices have been as of late, I mean, obviously before they used to be one of the big players. Now they are the only player in the game in terms of it. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to a lot of the anime news, but Funimation is gone now. And Funimation got bought out by Crunchyroll, if I remember correctly. That's how that worked. And so now, essentially, if you want legal stream, like if you want to legally stream anime now, it's all through Crunchyroll. And for anybody who had like Funimation accounts or stuff back in the day, who bought digital anime, it sucks because some of those digital accounts, you won't be able to get access to the stuff that you had bought there because those accounts are closed now at that point, unless it merges. Hey Swamp, yeah, it's all good, man. If you're still vibing, that's cool. Have I tried like Anime Flix? Yeah, I do have sites that I go to watch. I think the only other big name, or quote unquote big name at this point, that is legally streaming software is HiDive, I think. Yeah. So HiDive is still a legally streaming software. Oh, what a way to start that one. Great job, guys. Dangers in My Heart. I've never seen this one before. So that's one, but the problem is that, they have very, very niche and specific anime that you won't be able to get. Like I go to LiveChart to try to watch, to keep track of all the anime that I want to watch and stuff. And so it'll at least list where you can try to find some of the sources, at least I think, on Anime Chart, or at least on LiveChart. I thought this had a dark mode, didn't it? Yeah, dark mode. Yeah, perfect. I love dark mode. Much better on the eyes. So we've got, so like for example, here's the winter anime lineup. I actually watched a little bit of Solo Leveling initially, and then I just ended up reading the whole manhwa. My wife and I, we binged it in like 2 days. It was solid. It's gonna be a very much like a Jujutsu Kaisen in my opinion, where it's gonna be very, very pretty anime. It's gonna be a very pretty action anime. But I'm not the person to really wait until it's, you know, go through it. Just looking back on it, it's very much has like the same tropes as like a power fantasy that I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, let me just get to the point where they show me the pretty fights, you know. The drama was pretty good to an extent, but I was like, say, yeah. No, Funimation split from Crunchyroll and went bankrupt, but in their time of need, Crunchyroll bought out Funimation. That's what I've heard that happened. But then again, I use Bing. That's true. Oh, Maiden's your savage? What, is that a hot take? That Solo Leveling is just a really pretty action anime? Because I'll be honest, even in the manhwa, some of the action sequences that are in the manhwa, or like the action pictures are in there, actually look really good. I have watched Sword Art Online. I have watched... Oh, how much have I watched of Sword Art? I watched the first season. I watched the second season. How many seasons are there? I don't even know. How many Sword Art Online seasons. There's 4 seasons. Okay, I gotta remember. Okay. So I remember season 1. I do remember season 1. I thought that was hype. It felt very much like Dot Hack. Oh, we should play Dot Hack. Maybe that's a game I should put back on my list. I have Dot Hack GU the recode on there, and I remember that. Then there's the fairy dance. I remember this. This wasn't as good. It was crazy. And then season 2. Season 2 was Gun Gale. I don't think I finished it. And then I never watched season 3. I think I tried to start this and then I kind of got lost. Is there a 4? And then, yeah, so I never watched Alicization, which was probably the most recent one. I finished the Gun Gale Online one, and I was like, this is all right. It's whatever. You know, it wasn't really my cup of tea at that point. And then I saw that they brought it back. I didn't even know that this had continued at this up until this point. So I did not watch Alicization. Is it Alicization? I don't know. You know what I mean. I do enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen, but in the same way that I enjoy like I enjoy Solo Leveling. It's very pretty. It's very, very pretty. Like, for example, my favorite right now is Toji, because Toji is just it's so good. Whatever, fine, click on it.
This is the quickest way to clear.
I don't care. Why does it look off? Is it supposed to be 4K Ultra HD? This looks off for some reason. This does not look like 4K HD. Hold on. Is this really? Hold on. Let's bump this up a little bit here. Let me see if I can actually get this to 4K quality here. Sword Art Online, Sword Art Online 2, very creative name, I know. Project Alicization War of the Underground. That's the seasons in order. Yeah, I didn't watch Project Alicization and Alicization War of the Underground. So those are the only two I did not watch. I think I tried, but I only got past like the first 2 episodes or something like that. And then I forgot. I think there was something going on that time that I was. Let me see. We can go back. We have this here. When did it get released? Hold on. Checking my phone. I got a message here. Okay. Just getting spam. Hold on. I put a reminder for myself. I wonder if it's updated since then. But if you guys have the Epic Games Store or the Epic Games launcher on your guys' PC, this is specifically for PC people. I don't know if I don't have a mobile version of it. I don't know if they have one, but if you do have if there is, oh wait, what? Hold on. Fortnite is collaborating with Legend of Korra? No, come on, man. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. Ugh. Do I really need to go back into Fortnite? Okay. Anyways, going back to the Epic Games launcher, they just have 2 new games that are free to get, or I shouldn't say new. There are 2 free games that have just come out called The Outer Worlds, which is supposedly a really great RPG, and I'm picking that up for free. Normally it's $60, so I was like, good free. Oh, mute that. So I would pick that up if you can, because everybody loves free. The other game is also Thief. I have heard much about this game, but I have not played it personally. Okay, well I'm just picking up the games while I can, just to make sure, and I'm just crossing it off my list of things to do. Got it. Took care of that. The other thing I'm excited for is that there's a game called Once Human, and their beta test is supposed to be today. Or it was supposed to be yesterday, and I was going to play it today, but they ended up delaying due to debugging issues. So it looks like Fortnite's collaborating with Legend of Korra, so you can unlock Korra's Battle Pass in Fortnite. And they also have Rocket Racing is collaborating with McLaren, which is ironic. That's insane. And now they are working on the final season. The first episodes are only in Japanese, and you need to pay to see them. Really? Ew. To watch the last season's episode? Oh. To watch the last season of Sword Art? I'm good. It took too long, I guess, maybe. That's the best way to describe it. Have a PC, but not on me right now. Free is free. Yes, free is free. So if you can, get access to it and have some fun with that stuff, you know. But yeah. Like I said, Jujutsu Kaisen and Sword Art, or not Sword Art, what's it? Jujutsu Kaisen and not Sword Art, Solo Leveling. I think it's just pretty anime, like very, very pretty anime. Like I sometimes need to read a couple times to understand exactly what certain people's abilities are, because it kind of does feel like it's all over the place. Like that. Look how great that is. It's just like, you know, learning new animation techniques to evolve. Olivia, have to head out to prep for my upcoming lectures. Thanks for cozy streaming vibes, and I hope to see you around. P.S. Your sketch has made its home on my developmental biology notes page. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you could hang out, Olivia. Hope you have a good day, okay? Stay safe out there. Still in work, and it's early access, so I'm just going to wait. Yeah, just wait. Knowing how fandoms are, someone is gonna find a way to get it out to the rest of the world, because someone is gonna feel as dedicated to pull it off, you know. Boom, like that. See, look, it's gonna look like I said, it's gonna look pretty. Like, they're gonna make this, they make the anime look really pretty, and that's the thing now. That's what makes it the anime so popular, is because the fight scene and the movement of it looks so pretty, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is a place for that, and that's fine. Also, this 4K 60 FPS feels off, I'll be honest. So, yeah. Anyways, what was the year that the third Sword Art was coming out? There was something that was out during that time. Well, I think it might have been Attack on Titan 2 as well. What year was that? 2020? Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Show so much love. It means so much that you guys hang out in this chat and chat away with me. It does do a lot, because it does show that at least there's human people in the internet. Have you guys heard of the dead internet theory? There's a theory that goes around that any sort of interactions on the internet are now all being done by bots, right? And the concept is that even though there's some form of interaction happening, everything you feel like is just being controlled by AI or some sophisticated form of AI. I think I might be hella paraphrasing it. And it's wild. I can't spell right now. Yeah. Seeing you guys interact here in chat feels very, very human and normal. Versus, like, sometimes those guys who are trying to get artwork projected is, like, so sad and unfortunate. So the dead internet theory is an online conspiracy theory that asserts that the internet is now consistently mainly a bot activity and automatically generated content manipulated by algorithmic curation, marginalizing human or organic human activity to manipulate the population. I think this theory becomes more and more prevalent as AI continues to evolve, and the sad part is that it's kind of right in front of us too. Like, wasn't there a streamer recently, or I don't know, it's not as recent, but there was somebody who created an AI form of themselves and was selling it as an app to be their internet, like, girlfriend. It's kind of terrifying and sad at the same time. AI girlfriend app Made by streamer. I think it was made by a streamer. Yeah, here we go. Is it this person? Yeah. No, wait, this is an ad. Ignore this ad in like a few minutes here. It's so... This is where like the pessimistic part of my brain comes out, and I get scared about this. 2,000 hours of Karen Marjorie's YouTube content with OpenAI. She has create a virtual girlfriend version of the influencer. It's up to you. If you want to clip anything, I am open to allowing you guys clip however you want. I can always review it. I can always say if it's bad or good. I can always just let you know that it's good or bad. But if you guys think that there are funny moments, the more content, I guess in this case, the content and algorithm you want to do is up to you. The more activity that you guys do for me really helps elevate the channel and helps push, you know, my YouTube to other people. Like, for example, Olivia came in because of a recommended, probably because you were hanging out in here, Dim, and we were just chatting and having a good time, as well as you, Swamp. And so now having people come by to say hello is like, the algorithm will be like, oh, these people are talking or doing stuff on the channel. Then great, fantastic. We want to see more of that. It's a robot. It wants to know that engagement is there. So I welcome it. If you guys want to clip, you guys are more than welcome to. Whether you're clipping on YouTube, which I don't know how well YouTube does their clipping, but Twitch does it pretty well, because it's more focused on streaming. So I do like having YouTube there, just because I know with certain, especially around the time that I stream, this is typically working hours for a lot of people, and it's fine, you know. But if people want to have some sort of stream in the background while listening and hanging out, that's cool. I don't mind being a second screen and hanging around with you guys. But YouTube, I know like at least Twitch is typically blocked because it is more gaming focused. But at least here on YouTube is also pretty open for most companies, because I think you can play music and do a bunch of different stuff with it, just because it's so big of a platform. So if I allow it for anybody to come in and say hello. It's not as simple as easy as it is for some certain features on it. I will start working on trying to get those up and running, but I don't even know, are there emotes in YouTube? Like, I think there's basic emotes here. Yeah, so you can use basic emotes here, so I'm all open for that. I just wish that YouTube showed the smaller channels instead of the big content creator. And that's hard. I want to say yes, it is important that it should do that, but at the same time, it's a robot. It's not like someone's personal flavor of the year or something like that they just decided to add that. It's based on a cold hard algorithm of engagement. It's probably why Mr. Beast is probably the biggest content creator of all time. Yep, there it is. There's those emotes. Beautiful. Yep, those are there for your disposal. You can use it just like how Twitch uses their emotes, and I think it should interact well, I hope. But yeah, you're more than welcome to use them as much as you'd like in there. If there's one thing going back to the algorithm, is that I watched a Netflix documentary on how the algorithms work for people who work in social media companies, and it's not necessarily that for like YouTube, it's not that it's like a bad or a good thing, right? It's just, how do I keep people on the site for as long as possible? That's the big question you want to ask the algorithm. And so things like clicks, that's what started it all. Now it's like engagement time. How how often are you chatting with people? How many people are you drawing in? How does that all mix into the morning, right? Like, how does it mix into all of that? So just mute that real quick. So if you're hanging out with me and, like, for example, you're typing in chat to me, right, and you're liking it, and actively chatting or throwing emotes or hitting the heart on YouTube will be like, hey, this guy's streaming, he's got at least some sort of notification of people doing stuff in his chat, and so that tells them that, hey, they're at least hanging at least one person in the chat besides the streamer themselves. That's good. Let's see if we can convince another person to hang by the stream and stick around for as long as possible. That's what the algorithm wants. And so people try to gamify it in some way or form. That's just how it works. That's true. That's true. So he said, you mean you get it, make YouTube money, but it wouldn't hurt to allow smaller content creators like you or me or Swamp. If he has a channel, we can't grow without a shot. I know I'm not good at streaming, but I want a shot. I kind of go back to it kind of goes back to like learning how the system works, right? And it's hard to, there's like so many multiple factors when it comes to creating content like this. There is a formula to an extent, right? If you want to follow a, because you can go in like how can I do it? It's so hard to describe, right? There's two ways in my head right now you can go about this, right? You can go about this in a way that you have, let's say, someone like Mr. Beast, right, who's like one of the biggest streamers in the world, or let's say any of the big brand companies who have all of their stuff on YouTube, whether it used to be like a BuzzFeed or a, was it Dodo or something like that, where they post all their content on there. There is a formula there if you want to have like a, I don't want to say a soulless cold formula, but I just want to say like it's a very mechanized and polished process of content creation, right? Then there is something like I guess the next tier, or there's the opposite side where you almost have something like how can I even describe it, like the Ryan Higa, like if we're going so far back, like the Ryan Higa era, the PewDiePie-ish era, the Markiplier era, where there is like this kind of personalization when it comes to making content. Or even someone like CDawg VA or Joey the Anime Man, where you start working around building a community and it feels a little bit more wholesome, more insider-ish. But I think now with the way content is being produced, you can do that with Twitch or YouTube and just stream it, so you make an even very, very tight-knit community. At first, I tried to appeal to a young audience and then both. But I find for someone without disposable income, YouTube trends go too fast. Yes, that's 100% true. People will build businesses around YouTube trends and try to do it and try to become successful in that regard. Some people get lucky and they do that, but at other times they really, most of the time people don't. And usually you have like a grip, like a small set of people who are able to become that success story, and people idolize those people, but you don't see the amount of like thousands of people who try to become just as successful as they are. That's why something like TikTok, I don't even use TikTok personally, but I know that people want their success to be known on TikTok, where they have like hundreds of thousands and millions of followers on their platform, and suddenly they have become famous. But if anything, this does kind of remind me of going back to all the way back to Pirate Software, Thor's saying of like he would rather have a small community that he knows are going to be active rather than like have 10 million followers who don't really say much, you know? So that's why like I'm very mindful of that kind of stuff. So a really great example of this is there's a TikTok influencer at VidCon. She said, here we go. It's probably, let me see if I can. VidCon meet and greet. This was like a very, very like, here we go. Sorry, didn't mean to do that to you. So this person, she had like, I think 3 million followers or something like that. Oh yeah, 1 million followers on TikTok. And she wanted to host a meet and greet, right? And no one showed up to her thing, right? Because it could have been all bots or something like that. It's different. It's very, very like formulaic in that regard. And yeah, that's just my personal thing. Do you think that you would be able to do a talk show? You'd be great at it. I had tried to do a podcast. I think it was like in 2019 with a buddy of mine. But the problem was, at the time when I did it, we tried it. We did it through Anchor FM, and I don't know if it's still around or now. I don't know where the content is. It's lost in the abyss somewhere. When we tried to do it, it worked for a little bit when we were face to face, but the problem was that we did not have as much to say, and we were just trying to navigate and figure it out. I think one key thing that didn't help either of us at the time was that we weren't doing much, right? And I think in order for a podcast to be successful, you need to have something else going on outside of your life beyond the podcast, or interests that keep you going, to bring back and have that talk show or podcast. So yeah, maybe I could do a talk show. I would love to have people do that at some point, but right now, considering where I am very cognizant of who I am and where I'm at right now, I don't consider myself to be a very highly influential or marketable person, because it's like if I go up and try to get like a mid-tier VTuber to come and chat with me, it's like they get no benefit out of it. There usually has to be some sort of mutual benefit to it. But you know, the more that these streams continue to grow, I think the better it will evolve, and we'll see. It's just a matter of time, right? You got the amount of time and effort and learning in the process that it comes to doing all that is what will ultimately, will ultimately work for me, So I just got to put my effort into it. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to find out when Sword Art Online had come out. I think they said it was 2020. So I kind of want to go back and dig into the past a little bit. Where is Sword Art Online here? Ah, yeah, here we go. So Sword Art Online, The War of the Underworld was 2, the second half, I think. That was back in the summer of 2020. This was hardcore into the pandemic. I didn't really watch it at the time. Oh, I was super into Food Wars. 100% love this anime. One of my favorites of all time. It's awkward for some people to say that, but I will openly admit that was a great one. Anime was kind of, I felt like a little dead around this time. Around 2020, 2019-ish. Trying to think. What was good around the year? Oh, Black Clover had just come out around that time. The War of Alicization had just started in 2019. I remember I was really busy during these years. There's so many different activities and events and stuff happening in my life that I just didn't have time for. Oh, Dororo, I remember watching that. Oh, Shield Hero, and oh man, Demon Slayer had just started in 2019. It's been 5 years since the initial Demon Slayer had been released, and nobody thought it would get this popular. That's insane to even think about. Oh, I remember this, Kenja and Nomajo. This is like, oh, this was just like anime trash for me to watch. Black Clover, my wife and I enjoyed that. Shield Hero was basically revenge revenge genre that I just needed to fill my gap for, because there's easy angry angst that can be developed. Thanks, Dim. You may not be the best VTuber in the world, but in my opinion, as long as you are you, you're the best in my view. Thank you, Dim. It really does mean a lot. Like I said, I'm trying to be me and enhance the good parts about me to project to others, and just try to inject at least some good into this, whether it be like giving back, being part of a charity, collaborating and having fun with others. I would love to be able to do that. At the same time, I understand that with some people in their lives, it's hard for them to do that. And so please bear in mind that since I am not paid for this at all, I do still have to put food and money, put the food on the table for the family and pay the bills. But man, 2019, spring of 2019, Dr. Stone came out. I remember Demon Slayer had just started. Fire Force had come out. That was a wild one. Black Clover had started. I have not tried Jobless Reincarnation. That has been in the pocket for a while. I've thought about starting that one, but I have not gotten around to it yet. I think I might enjoy that one. Oh yeah, Dumbbell, the Dumbbell anime. This one was hilarious. That was just fun. Let's see. I think Boruto had just started. Oh no, it already had kept going at the time. What else was here in 2019? This was summer 2019. Yeah, I think those are like the main big picks for me personally. Detailing the existence, parallel universes. That's cool. All right, some of these concepts sound really good, and then some of them just sound like straight trash sometimes. My Hero, Dr. Stone continued for its second half. Sword Art, the second half of the fourth season had started. The War of the Underworld had started. Black Clover was continuing. Vinland Saga had just started, or the second half of Vinland Saga. Let's see, what do we have? Seven Deadly Sins. Food Wars. Was this the beginning? Oh no, is this the... Oh, it's the second year. Yeah, so it's the second season. Oh my god, of Food Wars. That was such a great time. Man, Beastars had been around or started. I think this is when it started. This is wild. Man, anime 2019 was a good year. And then what did we hit? This is fall. Then we started the winter of 2020. Going into the pandemic years. My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Bofureta. Is it Bofureta? I forget if that's the name, but Seven Deadly Sins, Haikyuu came back. That was hype. ReZero, I need to rewatch. I do remember watching Inspector. That was actually a really good one. Yeah, I don't think I watched much after that. Oh, music's back. Fate Grand Order, didn't watch any of that. There's like probably a ton of anime I'm not Garnt. I wish I could watch all this anime, but I'm not that good. I don't think anybody's that good. Zentrea's still streaming. She's got good old-fashioned gaming and geeking. Damn, it's already 10 o'clock? Holy crap. You're streaming for almost 3 hours. Haven't even started much. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna pull up some Democracy here, I think. Or is that the play? Yeah, we'll do some Democracy here for a bit. In my view, ranking it goes SAO first, Food Wars close second, Jobless Reincarnation in third. Really? That highly praised for Jobless Reincarnation. I love Food Wars. Food Wars is fantastic. Like, it's like the right amount of weird that you're just kind of like, fuck it, let's ball. You know, it's a really great show. If you can get past the cringe of it and then you cross over into something like absolutely like gorgeous and hilarious, you just don't have to take it. The only time you should ever take it seriously is when it comes to some of the food techniques, because that's probably when you'll actually like. And then like how they animate the food and how beautiful the food looks gets me hungry every time, and it got me to cook a little bit more, and so I got super excited. Oh, that does remind me, since the wifey is gone, I do need to cook something up for dinner tonight before I have to go into work. I am going to be working on some gyudon. I do have strips of meat. I just got to remember how to make it. There was a YouTube video that I watched how to make a quick gyudon. Recipe. Yeah, dude, 100%. Democracy is going to come up in a second, but I just got to remember this gyudon recipe here. Was it this? Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, this guy, Aaron and Claire. He's got his ad going. That's fine. Support them. 1.3 million. Amazing. Meat. I'm gonna have the egg. I'm gonna do the egg on a different time. But let's make the sauce here.
Now let's move on to the sauce, which is the most important thing for gyudon. If you have this sauce, you can basically make almost every kind of Japanese rice bowl. Awesome, right? Put 200 milliliters of water into a wok or pot. Some of you might want to ask, Aaron, why do you add water here? Isn't it supposed to be dashi, Japanese soup stock? Yes,
yeah.
You're right. But to make dashi, you need these bonito flakes and dried kelp. And you have to spend more than 30 minutes. And more importantly, bonito flakes are quite expensive. So if you don't make lots of soup stock like a restaurant, it's in it.
Yeah, that's right. I've made this before. I have made this before. I just need to remember the recipe and just recreate it. And I try to remember, I think I have like my own personal YouTube playlist of like recipes to make certain dishes that I've made in the past. So just some dashi flakes. I do have brown sugar. I think I got everything I need.
Give it a good. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce.
I got
3
soy sauce.
tablespoons of mirin.
I do have
half
mirin.
tablespoons of sugar.
Yep.
And give it a good mix. We're gonna add onions later, so I think this amount of
And I do
sugar
have
will be
onions
enough.
as well.
Now let's get to cooking. Place it on your stove over medium heat and bring it to a boil.
Yep.
Once it starts to boil, add the onions and give some time to be cooked. The onion for gyudon should be tender at the end, so let's wait until they get translucent. Once it gets to this point, take a spoon and give it a quick taste. Depending on the size or type of onion, it can release different amounts of sweetness. So if you want it to
Okay,
be
perfect. Easy. Easy. Okay, so I remember now. I'll have to look at this afterwards. So, anyways, in my opinion, the bad part of Food Wars was the amount of adult content that came up from it. I searched it up, and I will never be the same. Understandable. I mean, let's be honest. Oh, not deliberately adult content, just info about the anime. I see. Like, I would say, like, obviously with the anime, it obviously catered towards some of that sexualized content. Yes, that's what it does. But it is what it is. I think it was almost like that shock factor that caused people to be like, whoa, what is this? It's like, yikes. You either be like, whoa, what is happening here? And then it did hurt it a lot, I will admit. But I don't think at this point it affected it that much. So I don't know. That's just me. Personally, that's just me. So yeah. Okay. So I will pull up democracy right now. Let's get democracy up and running here. I love how, like, for like the last couple of hours, it's like I said, in my head I was planning like, oh yeah, probably some Helldivers. Maybe don't know if it's gonna take that long for game or anything like that, but I've been just chatting here for the last almost 3 hours, and I was like, whoa, this is new. I like this. I do hope that, you know, besides you, Dim, anybody else comes in and chats along with us. So, all right, let's see. Okay. Oh, cool. It's already up and running. Fantastic. As I drink my wife's leftover tea that she doesn't want anymore. Ooh, it's sweet. Okay. It's adultery, but it's about what you would think to come from a 16+ anime. Yeah, it's true. There's not much I could really have done about it at that point, but that's just my personal take on it. I still enjoyed it for what it was. I think you needed to be, I would almost say, slightly desensitized by the amount of sexual content that was on there to better enjoy the anime. Maybe that's just me, maybe that says something about me at this point, but if you couldn't get past the sexual content that shows up on Food Wars, then I don't think you would have been able to properly enjoy the anime as much as you would like to, personally. That's just how I see it, but who knows? All right, let me see. Making sure we're doing good. Oh, looks like you commented on the, I got a notification about commenting on my, oh, someone else commented on it. Oh, okay, I thought you did. I have to respond to that one here at some point. Good. I gotta learn how to do better shorts. Yeah, then when it went Thailand, then the travel shows, anime, cooking, then we are finally here. Yep. Exactly. Oh, let me close that. All right, so the music's probably going to end up getting buried in here, but we'll just let it run. All right, just as per usual, probably what I've been doing is just randomly joining in on the war front here. Let's see what's happening here. 34,000 right now, 20,000, 96,000. So it looks like everybody's working on Maya right now.
The bucks from every last planet.
I'm gonna hop in and support these guys as I go through here.
Out for
As we try to connect, let me adjust my audio here a little bit.
The Maya system. Jump complete.
I cannot tell what mission these guys are on. This looks like...
Can you buy Kroger brand products?
Nope. Gonna mute that for a bit. Switch to push to talk. There we go. Apply. Is this gonna crash my game? Okay, good. It did not. I just realized I forgot to comment on the vid. One sec, I'll be right back. Oh, it's all good. No rush, man. Don't know what's happening in this mission, so I'm just gonna wing it here. Just gonna prepare just in case if I need to use like a quasar or something like that. Looks like there's a lot going on here, so I'm gonna do this just to be ready. Diamonds and grand make your lifestyle, but all makes you easy for targets for melee units.
Marking location. Bots, west. Requesting orbital strike. Sending in an Hunt down the automaton and secure the future of Super Earth.
Injury? What injury?
All good, thank you so much. Any sort of engagement like that does help and support me. Alright, this should work.
Requesting air support.
Yep, there we go.
Keep Liberty.
Requesting air support.
Calling down a support weapon.
Oh, I guess that didn't do the job. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna finish this job up here. It's rude not to finish the job. Okay, okay.
Sending in an eagle. Is progressing. 200 meters.
That's how you get the job done, boys and girls. Oh shit! Whoopsie! Get there.
Calling in a hell bomb.
Found something. Sending in an eagle. Got a sample. Administering freedom.
Hey, up to just clearing stuff out, so be careful. I try to just knock out all the objectives and make it easier for you guys. Sneaky Stitch is the only other thing I could think of there. There. It's all good.
Automaton facility destroyed.
Oh yeah, with the autocorrect? Yeah, autocorrect's always awkward.
Sending map. Northwest. 300 meters.
Uh-oh. Someone got disconnected. I can't really say if they're bad or mean about it at this point because Most of the times now. Oh shoot.
Dropship.
When people are doing that, it's usually because they got stuck or something like that. Oh god.
Marking location. Southwest.
Okay, that should be taken care of. Oh, I got you. I got you, buddy. He wanted. Oh my god. That's a tank. That's a tank. Oh, that's a fun little thing, ain't it? Try to stay low, F. Oh, nice. You got rid of it? Beautiful.
Found something.
Can't really do much to it yet.
This Eagle 1 looks back in business.
Sending in an eagle.
Mission map updated.
Oops. Oops.
Reinforcing.
Alright, we're leaving F. Run away, W! You got this! Autocorrect me has screwed me so much. It's insane. Once I want to ask a friend a quick bike ride, it's been a quick date. Oh, yikes. Awkward. That is awkward.
Requesting air support.
That is awkward as all hell, if I may say. I'm just gonna wait for my laser to cool down, and then we'll take care of the dropships next here. This next objective. I was getting tired, but IDK what to put to get date, but it wasn't bike. That's for sure.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Orbital inbound.
Requesting air support.
Tagging map. Northeast, 200 meters.
Calling
Calling
down
in
a support weapon.
reinforcements.
Requesting tac pack.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
I'm gonna be following over to that next pin there. Yeah, I don't know what you said there, but that's kind of awkward. I found the super samples. I'll drop them off at the extract. There's still also a fabricator at the dropship site. Don't know if we can take that one out real quick. Oh. Strike that. I don't think I found the super samples here. Unless I'm blind. Alright. I saw a case. Yeah, I know, right? I'm trying not to. Let me get this prepared. I'm just gonna throw this so we can move on with our lives.
Requesting air support.
Yep.
Dropship.
Here comes the cavalry.
I'm gonna go around the rock because there's a turret in that pathway. Oh shit, there's another turret here.
Bot outpost. Sending in an eagle.
Oh. Shit, I misplaced that run.
Calling in reinforcements.
Bot outpost spotted.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way. Bots, northwest.
I doubt I can get through it, but I tried that once with a 500 kilogram bomb and it hit the dropship. Wait, what? Oh, did I hit it by mistake? Did I kill myself by accident?
Reinforcing.
That was me, bad.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Democracy has landed.
Shoot, I need to get my stuff back.
Drop them.
Requesting air support.
Oh god, that looks like a lot of heat.
North, close.
Oh, looks like they got it.
Sending in an eagle.
How do we get rid of this one now?
Calling in reinforcements.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's an ion. Oh, it's a freaking meteor storm. Oh god.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
I could. I gotta get to the Hellbomb first, though. Let's see if I can do it. Oh shit, that's not the one I want.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Oh, in front of me. Gotta make sure.
Injury? What injury? Mag's
Oh
empty.
shoot. Need to leave for a second here. Ah. This sucks when you gotta reload. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I don't think the towers are necessarily needed, per se. Okay, where am I at? Okay. I am just gonna throw this in here to start the work.
Requesting orbital.
I think that'll at least help us a little bit.
Orbital inbound.
Requesting air support. Objective critical stratagem available.
Okay. Okay. Oh shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, put that in.
Down objective equipment.
I gotta put that in, load it up, and kind of go from there. Gotta move fast, gotta move fast. Come on. Drop it in. Give it to me.
Fire. Traffic
Loading.
package.
Load up the terminal.
Engaging terminal.
Okay. That's that, that's that.
I got the terminal.
Oh shit, it's gonna blow up. Better leave, better leave, better leave. Gotta fast. The one thing I gotta go fast, right? Yeah, gotta go fast, right? Sonic. Oh god. Okay. Last thing. This fabricator setup. I am out of here. Like the 90s Sonic? I did, but I don't remember much about it. Oh shoot. Let's see. Those are some of the great ones. Well, like if you're talking about like the 2000 Sonic, dude, that Gotta Go Fast theme song is a masterpiece. Honestly, it is. Oh shit. Okay, got one. Got two. Oh, they got two. Okay, beautiful. So gotta work around. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna get hit. Damn it. Dude, they had to expose me like that, didn't they? Didn't really need to expose me that hard. Alright, Remy, I'm deep in it. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Okay, I'm deep in it. Ow. Can you throw me on the outside? My chance? Sorry. That worked. We're done. We're done with this one, so let's leave! I don't need my equipment as much, so don't worry too hard about it. Oh shit, okay.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Calling in reinforcements. Request approved. Reinforcements have
Gotta
been
move
launched.
quickly with these two. Do I have a 500 kilo? Yeah, I do.
Requesting air support.
Reinforcing.
Okay, I think I actually found the supers here. W, do you mind calling in F if you can get away? I'll meet you guys at extract.
Tagging map. Southwest. Far.
It was such a good show, I'll be honest. It was fantastic. There's nothing here. Okay, they already checked here, so. Yeah, I'm gonna get her there. I'm just being chased, that's it. Okay.
Reinforcing.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Drop ship.
Jackpack inbound. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Whew, okay. We're being very effective, which is nice to see. Do hope that there's still like a few people hiding around here. I'm just gonna kind of weave my way around a little bit. Just so people don't need to know I live here or be around here. People don't need to know I exist right now in this specific time and area. Just gonna move on with my life and keep head over to objective. In my opinion, if you were born in '98, You're either a Mario or a Sonic kid. I was a Sonic kid. I think I was a Sonic kid. Yeah, I was more of a Sonic kid than I was a Mario kid. I didn't even really play a lot of Mario stuff when I was younger. I was mainly because like my mom had bought me the Sega Genesis with, I think it was Sonic 2. I think that was what the bundle was at the time, and I would play that game for hours. I still have my Sega Genesis to this day. I don't know how well it functions, but it's a pretty damn good thing to have. Go around.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Just don't mind me, ignore me. Just going through. I'm just coming through. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boom. Made it. Alright, I'm gonna call it in. Try not to draw any heat. There's a lot of people here.
Calling in extraction.
Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, I cannot. 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. There we go.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Shit. Got a lot of problems here.
Calling down
Throwing
the
resupplies and anything. Oh shit, ouch. Got a tank, I think, in here.
Heavy. Southeast. 50 meters.
Nice job with the clearance. I managed to get a souped up version of my Mega Drive for my nephews. Oh, really? Do they still sell those?
ETA T-minus.
I know Japan sells a lot of retro stuff too as well, so that's pretty sick.
Sending in an eagle.
Here comes the cavalry.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Wow, I can't hit aim. Can't aim for shit right now.
T-minus 1 minute.
Whew. Oh, much love. Much love. Much love to you, W. Hey, that's how. This is why I like to. What's up? Mic checking? What's up?
Hello.
Hey, what's good?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Requesting tac
Yeah,
pack.
fine.
Shield generator pack.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Old habits die hard. I still like using the Quasar cannon, man. Still gets the job done.
T-minus 10 seconds. Landing zone.
Not like the old ones, like box games, but I have a version where every single of the old games is now digital and only on that Mega Drive. So we're. Oh, nice.
This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Yeah, nice. Super clean run. That was beautifully done. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
To the source of this unbearable metallic stink.
The metallic stink. Am I gonna crash on the... So this... Yep, they got kicked. So it's still happening. Yeah, so I still hope they get the samples and everything though. That kind of sucks though. Yeah, so it looks like the game's still kind of crashing on everybody where you have to essentially... Oh shit, they're so close to completing the last one. I'll see if they can even get back in. Better open it. Should probably open it up a little bit too. Hang on, once I land. Looks like W's still back. Hold on, I should probably turn on my friends one thing again.
Nice job.
Usually I wonder if they'll still be able to make it in to finish this quest. If not, I probably will just end up not finishing it at all. So I don't even know where the quest line is. Let's see, yeah, that's the problem, is that the open quest line doesn't help anybody. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is omega unfortunate. Yeah. Oh well. That's the thing with this game. It's so janky, but you know, you do what you can. Yep, completed everything on these pages, at least as far as I see. I think I completed every single one of these pages. So now I'm just collecting for eventually, which I'm probably gonna get. It's this one. This is their light version, I think, of the X prototype. Oh, wow. What time is it? Oh god. Yep. That's so unfortunate. This is where I slowly have to wrap up, unfortunately. I was able to at least squeeze a game in, at least one match in. But unfortunately, this is around the time that I have to start preparing to take a nap and start getting ready to... I gotta cook some food for the wifey so that she'll have some food as well when she gets home. And so, I hope everybody had a good time streaming, enjoying the stream. If you guys are still in chat, please say goodbye, as we all say goodbye. Like you, Dim, of course. I don't know if Swamp's still hanging around. I know Olivia left. And if there's anybody on Twitch who's lurking, if you guys enjoyed the content, maybe consider following. It's free. Try to do what I can. The next time I'll be able to stream, I make no promises. If I do stream tomorrow morning, it might just be a vibe stream for like maybe an hour or two, because I'll be kind of brain dead. I guess this is the best way I can describe it before I have to pass out. It'll probably be a vibe stream if I stream tomorrow. Actually, what's tomorrow? Friday. No, so I can't, because the wife will be working in office. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll have to gut my PC and put it upstairs temporarily. Anyways, that's probably something I'm gonna have to do tomorrow, and do a stream for a little bit before I have to go to bed or something like that. So that might be a workaround that I'll have to deal with, but for now, I will have to bid you guys adieu. I hope you guys had a great time. And if you're on YouTube, consider subscribing. That's free. If you're on Twitch, just follow. Does more than enough for me. It really does help me out. And I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Possibly tomorrow. If that does not end up happening tomorrow morning, and I'm too exhausted, the next stream will probably be Monday. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I might be doing some quickie streams in the morning again. So we'll see. All right, but keep an eye out if you guys want to know when I go live. I think there's notifications both on Twitch and YouTube, so you guys see when I go live. All right. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye.